Palestinian health officials and witnesses say Israeli forces fired on people as they headed towards a food distribution site. Fox's Trey Yingst has the response from Israel as the violence raises questions about the aid efforts in Gaza.
There's been another deadly shooting, reportedly involving Palestinian civilians, as thousands rushed to aid centers in the Gaza Strip. It happened Tuesday. Palestinian officials say Israeli troops fired on a crowd of people as they traveled to a food distribution site, killing at least 27. But the Israelis say that's not what happened, and their troops simply fired, quote, near a few individual suspects that were approaching them.
Let's be clear. Israel is not preventing Gazans from accessing humanitarian aid.
The UN rejecting that explanation, demanding a thorough investigation and accusing Israel of using aid as a weapon.
Deadly attacks on distraught civilians trying to access the paltry amounts of food aid in Gaza are unconscionable.
But the U.S. ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee, claims the reports of shots fired at civilians are, quote, utterly fabricated. Meanwhile, the White House is calling for both sides to get back to the bargaining table.
We don't take the word of Hamas with total truth. We like to look into it when they speak. We will never forget the brutal attack on October 7th.
But it won't be easy. Hamas rejected a new proposal from Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, while Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is under increasing pressure to make a deal and get the hostages home.
I'm telling you, Netanyahu say yes, all our countries say yes, the families say yes, all the families.
The new ceasefire proposal would see a 60-day pause in fighting in exchange for at least 10 living hostages. In Tel Aviv, Trey Yingst, Fox 13 News.
U.S. immigration officials took the family of the terrorist suspect from Boulder, Colorado, into custody. They are investigating if they knew about Mohammed Solomon's plan. Over the weekend, Mohammed Solomon hurled Molotov cocktails into a crowd marching for the release of Israeli hostages. A dozen people were injured. According to court documents, Solomon told authorities that no one, including his family, knew about his plan. Still, the White House says the family could be deported as early as tonight. Authorities say the attack was premeditated and is being investigated as an act of terrorism. Solomon faces several counts, including attempted murder and federal hate crime. 2 victims are still in the hospital.